This is NASCAR Coast to Coast on MRN.com. Now, back to Kyle Rickey and Hannah Newhouse.
There will be several new faces in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West this season. We heard from Trevor Huddleston in our last segment, and now we'll hear from Hailie Deegan, who will compete for Bill McAnally Racing this season. Hailie, welcome back to NASCAR Coast to Coast.
Hi, it's good to be back.
One race already in the books for you, the East race, the season opener last month at the New Smyrna Speedway in Florida. Unfortunately, we documented a few minutes ago, mechanical issues put you behind the wall midway through the race. But up until that point, what was the big takeaway with all the practice and qualifying that you were able to do at New Smyrna?
I feel like it was a really good takeaway of just getting up to speed. I feel like now that I see that I can come to these tracks where I haven't had much time on, and I could be up to pace really quick. And I think it's going to be good for me this season.
Now, one of the things I noticed when I was down at New Smyrna watching you guys race is you had teammates there helping you. You had Cole Rouse, who wasn't actually competing the day before in the late model. He was there helping you, coaching you at New Smyrna. You've got Eric Holmes, a past champion in the K&N West, there coaching you. What's it like to have all of this advice, and how do you think it's going to help you in 2018?
I think it's going to, I feel like, honestly, it's going to double the pace of my acceleration getting better. Just having all the good people around me to give me all the information that I need, because I don't know a ton of stuff about stock racing. I've only been in the stock cars for about a year and a half now, and I can just learn off all these people from what they've experienced, and it's definitely going to help me down the road.
And limited racing, last year at Madeira Speedway, you ran a couple of super late model races. How comfortable are you in these cars? We've seen on your social media over the course of the last several months, a lot of testing for you at places like Irwindale Speedway. Do you feel ready to go for a full season as far as your comfort level in these much heavier stock cars?
Yeah, I think no matter what, I can always get more comfortable. But I think I'm at the maximum amount of driving at this point. I'm at the track. I'm going to be at the track racing 43 weekends this year. I practice every Wednesday at Irwindale. I practice at least 3 days a week at my house. I go to a go-kart track 1 day a week. And I think that, honestly, I can't be in a car anymore.
Now you talk, you're going back and forth between dirt and asphalt, but one of the things that the K&N Pro Series West is doing this year, and they're shaking it up a little bit, is they have a dirt race later in the year at Las Vegas. It's the same weekend that the Cup and Xfinity and everyone will be there, and the K&N Pro Series are going dirt racing. Obviously, it's in a stock car, but it's a little bit more in your territory. Are you looking forward to that race, and do you think you have an advantage going into it?
Yeah, I think if there's any race I'm going to do really good at, it's going to be that race for sure. I think that even you see, like, when you go to Eldora and stuff, there's the guys who started, like Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse, all the guys with the dirt background that come out swinging immediately. And I think that's definitely going to be a good point for me. It's going to be at the biggest dirt track. And
I think, Hannah, she's already talking to Chris Wright, trying to add some jumps onto that straight away.
Yes.
So I've talked to some Toyota people this past weekend in Las Vegas, and they invited some of us MRN folks out to the first Lucas Oil Series off-road event of the season next week while we're at the Auto Club Speedway in Southern California. So how much of the off-road stuff will you be able to do this year around the NASCAR K&N schedule, because you're going to run full-time West and also some part-time in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East?
Yeah, so with the K&N racing, it kind of overlaps quite a few of the dates with the off-road racing, but luckily I'm still able to do 3 of the weekends in off-road racing, which I think are going to help me, because that's why I feel like I have an advantage coming into the stock cars at such like a late time. I feel like I haven't drove on pavement quite a bit, but I feel like the dirt has definitely helped me in the stock cars, and I think that that's still what's going to be helping me in the long run. And so I think if I keep that dirt background, it's definitely going to be a good advantage point for me to get up to pace where everyone else is.
Now you've captured a championship in the mod carts on dirt in the Lucas Oil off-road racing, and you've also done a lot of podiums in the Pro Light division. But going into this stock car, this is going to be your first full year really just focusing on asphalt and stock cars. What are your goals, and what do you expect to really accomplish this year in 2018?
Yeah, I think this year is really my big learning year, just being comfortable in the cars. And I want to start running up front, show people I can run up in the front pack. I know there's a lot of fast guys out there. And my goals for this season are just kind of top 5, be able to run up front. And if we can, at some point pick up a win, that would be definitely a big goal for mine to have. But I think that's going to come with time and experience.
Now, you have a huge following on social media. In fact, you have a video team that follows you and your dad around a lot of these off-road races, and even while you were in Daytona a couple of weeks ago. Where can folks find you on social media and kind of keep up with what's happening in the life of Hailie Deegan?
Yeah, so I have an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all just my name, Hailie Deegan MRN. And it's pretty easy to find off. And there's also my dad's pages, my brother's pages. All of us kind of stand the whole family, all of our racing. And also we have a YouTube page. It's called Deegan38, our YouTube name. And that's where we really keep all of our lifestyle videos on there of what we're doing every single day. So that's a good one to go check out.
And there's fun stuff happening in the Deegan family every single day. I can tell you that right now. Final question for you. You're part of the NASCAR Next program and have been for several months now. Saw you in Daytona in the garage on Daytona 500 race morning a couple of Sundays ago. How big of a factor has that program been for you in maybe getting more recognized when you go to these big NASCAR events?
I think that definitely for sure, having the NASCAR Next name behind me, having a NASCAR associated team behind me. Everyone who's been behind me has been great supporters, and especially the NASCAR Next program has got me noticed with a lot of new sponsors. People are starting to notice me more. People are like, hey, you're in the NASCAR Next program. A lot of people came from the NASCAR Next program in the past, and I think it's definitely a good thing that's behind me, and hopefully maybe I'll be able to get back into the class this year.
It's been a very successful program, no doubt, and we wish you a lot of that success here in the next couple of years. Thanks for joining us, Hailie, here on NASCAR Coast to Coast. We will see you in Southern California in just over a week from now.
Yes, thank you.
Hailie Deegan joining us, getting ready to compete full-time in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West. And Hannah, I think she's going to be a future star in this sport, no doubt, at all levels.
Yes, I agree. She's got her dad, Brian Deegan, really pushing her and helping her. And so she's got all the right people in her corner. So I'm looking forward to seeing her performance this year.
All right. And I'm sure the first of several times we'll have her here on NASCAR Coast to Coast.